Today we have a one-day conference with the Vice Chancellors of Eastern region and Northeastern region. We have close to about 130 Vice Chancellors participating and other academicians. We are discussing on various aspects of how to transform our higher education to enable our students in the development of our country. There are many reforms that UGC has rolled out, and in this conference we will be discussing how the NEP 2020 is being implemented and what are the challenges our universities and colleges are facing, so that we can collectively find the solutions to these challenges. So we are discussing on how to provide our students multidisciplinary and holistic education, how to integrate skill education as part of the degree programs so that the employment opportunities for our students will increase, how to reach out to the students who come from the rural background, socially and economically weaker sections, using digital technology, using online programs. And we are also requesting the universities to open more off-campus centers so that the intake of the students will increase and we will be in a position to make our education more accessible and equitable. Friends, our teachers form the backbone of our education system, and UGC is now training nearly 15 lakhs teachers in the higher education system through a program called Malaviya Mission Teacher Training Program. This is a completely online 2-week training for the teachers, and at the same time we are also working on strengthening the research ecosystem in our universities. Recently you might have known that even 4-year undergraduate students, after clearing a national entrance test, they will be eligible to apply for PhD directly. We want to bring more younger people into our educational system, into our research ecosystem. And in places such as our northeastern part of India and in the eastern part of India, there are so many indigenous knowledge creation that is happening. Whether it is celebrating festivals based on astronomical observation, whether it is bamboo engineering, or whether it is shifting cultivation that happens here, these are all part of our traditional knowledge, what we call as the Indian knowledge systems. And we need to expose our students to this Indian knowledge system from different parts of the country. So that effort also is going on. And also please remember that India is home to a large number of languages. It's a part of our rich cultural heritage. So UGC is working on how to promote education in our own Indian languages. So there are many such reforms that the Vice Chancellors will be discussing in today's conference. I also had a very good meeting with the NEP Sardhis. We have, UGC has appointed more than 850 NEP Sardhis across the country, and the role of NEP Sardhis is to work with the university administration in making sure that the NEP is implemented, and also talk to their own peers and explain to them why and how NEP should be implemented at a rapid pace so that our student community is empowered and they can participate in the transformation of our country to make a completely developed country by 2047. So with those comments, I would like to stop here, and you can ask me any questions that you want to ask. So we are in regular touch with the state higher education councils and also the vice chancellors. And I am very happy to let you know that the state governments are very enthusiastically participating in implementing the NEP 2020. But implementation of NEP 2020 is a journey. For example, by 2035, we want to increase our GER to 50%. So it cannot be implemented overnight. We have to constantly work with the institutions and bring this transformation in our universities and colleges. देखिए हमारा हमारा कंट्री में यूनिवर्सिटीज़ कॉलेजेस में एक ही बार होता है एडमिशन, जुलाई अगस्त में होता है। लेकिन बहुत स्टूडेंट्स ने जो मिस किया जुलाई अगस्त में, इनको भी हम मौका देना चाहिए, सेकंड चांस देना चाहिए, नहीं तो क्या होगा, पूरा साल वेट करना पड़ेगा ये स्टूडेंट्स को। इसलिए यूजीसी ये निर्णय लिया कि आप जनवरी फरवरी में भी एडमिशन्स कर सकते हैं, प्रोवाइडेड आपके पास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, टीचिंग कैपेसिटी है, तो आप बाय एनुअल एडमिशन्स भी कर सकते हैं आप। लेकिन only those universities which have the infrastructure and capabilities can do that. So it is not a mandatory requirement. We hope that many good universities will soon start the biannual admission and provide greater opportunity to our students to get into the higher education. Biannual अभी हम अनाउंस किया, तो इसको प्लानिंग करने में और एक साल लगेगा यूनिवर्सिटीज़ को, रोल आउट होने में टाइम लगेगा, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ को टाइम लगेगा। लेकिन हम ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन में ऑलरेडी इम्प्लीमेंट किया इसको। अभी हमारे पास 90 यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं, ये यूनिवर्सिटीज़ ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम्स को कंडक्ट करते हैं। ये ऑनलाइन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में जुलाई अगस्त में, नहीं तो जनवरी फरवरी में आप स्टूडेंट्स को एडमिट कर सकते हैं। और पिछले साल जुलाई 2023 में 19 लाख स्टूडेंट्स ज्वाइंड इन ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम्स। जब हम जनवरी फरवरी में फिर इसको शुरू किया admission process ko, nearly 4.5 lakh students joined in the January-February session. It means what? Nearly 500,000 students would have lost their opportunity if we did not give them admission in the January-February session. So that is why मैं सभी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ को रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ कि आप प्लानिंग कीजिए, अगले 1-2 सालों में बायएनुअल एडमिशन्स को इम्प्लीमेंट कीजिए। तो इसलिए हम कहा कि जब बायएनुअल एडमिशन्स का अनाउंसमेंट किया कि जो इंस्टीट्यूशन में ऑलरेडी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को मैक्सिमाइज़ करने के लिए, यूटिलाइजेशन मैक्सिमाइज़ करने के लिए ए बायएनुअल एडमिशन यूज़फुल होगा। अभी क्या हो रहा है, कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के पास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, टीचिंग कैपेबिलिटीज़ है, यूजीसी के कारण से वो बायएनुअल एडमिशन नहीं कर सकते हैं, तो यूजीसी ने वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी दिया। ओपन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ है, ओपन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ जो ओडीएल और ऑनलाइन कंडक्ट करते हैं वो भी इंक्लूडेड है। 2017 तक हमारा 12th 5 ईयर प्लान थे। वो प्लान में हम कॉलेजेस को, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ को प्रोजेक्ट रिसर्च फंडिंग हम किया, और किसी कॉलेजेस में, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में और बाकी है जो पेमेंट करना है, ये सभी केसेस को हम अब प्रोसेस कर रहा है, और जिनको फंडिंग देना है वो फंडिंग भी हम दे रहा है। देखिए इसमें यूनिवर्सिटी भी एक यूटिलाइजेशन सर्टिफिकेट सबमिट करना है अकाउंट्स को क्लोज़ करने के लिए। तो जब भी यूनिवर्सिटी यूटिलाइजेशन सर्टिफिकेट को सबमिट करते हैं, हम कैलकुलेट करके जो बाकी है वो हम यूनिवर्सिटी को पेमेंट करेंगे। कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज़ नहीं दिया, कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज़ जो फंड को हम दिया इसको यूटिलाइजेशन भी नहीं किया। ये पूरा काम को हम प्रोसेस में हैं, हम सभी यूनिवर्सिटी से टच में हैं। ये प्रोसेस है, जैसा यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हमको पेपर वर्क करके हमको सबमिट करेंगे, हम एक केसेस को क्लोज़ कर देंगे इमीडिएटली। देखिए हमारा देश में तो इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ रहा है, और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का भी प्रोविज़न वो भी बढ़ रहा है। एक कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस है, और पूरा देश में भी ऑप्टिकल फाइबर नेटवर्क को सुविधा वो भी मिल जाएगा सभी को। तो कंटिन्यूसली इम्प्रूवमेंट हो रहा है। और माइटी का कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर्स भी है, 5 लाख कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर्स। एक कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर जैसे एक हॉल होगा, इसमें कंप्यूटर्स होगा, इंटरनेट कनेक्शन होगा, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी होगा, प्रिंटर होगा, और बाय पेइंग नॉमिनल फी to the person who is managing this computer common service center, any student can walk in and access the digital content. After 12th plan, now we have Niti Aayog. There is no planning commission. So Niti Aayog, and now the ministry also gives only the yearly funds to the universities. We have now a new scheme in place of RUSA. We have what is known as the PM Usha. Under PM Usha scheme, universities from different states can apply for research funding. And then in addition to this, at the central level, we have the National Research Foundation, NRF. So this NRF, the purpose of NRF is to strengthen the research ecosystem in the state universities. So the NRF will roll out various schemes, and then the state universities can apply on a competition basis and get the funds for the research. All those schemes which were part of the 5-year plan, they have come to a conclusion. Now under NEP 2020, the funding will come through PM Usha and also the National Research Foundation. Not only in the northeastern region, but across the country, in the state universities, the biggest challenge that we have is the vacancies in the teaching positions. In many universities, 50 to 80% of the teaching positions are unfilled. So through you, I would like to request all the state universities to focus on this very important area and fill up the positions as quickly as possible. And the second thing that all the universities have to do is, friends, we also need to think about where do we want to see our university in the next 10 years and 20 years. For this, we need to develop what is known as the Institutional Development Plan. So UGC is urging all the universities use the guidelines provided by UGC on Institutional Development Plan and prepare a roadmap for your own university based on your own objectives and goals for which it has been formed. Unless we do that, after 10 years, if we wake up and say, no, we want to do this and you do that, by then it will become too late. So through you, I would like to request all the universities to focus on this institutional development plan.
আপুনি চাই আছে ND24 সৰ্বশ্ৰেষ্ঠ নহয় সৰ্বোত্তমৰ দৌৰ।